Hello everybody, back again here on my channel today with a special event. We have a special race sim for the first time on YouTube, at least on my YouTube channel, that I want to bring you today. Guys, this is Grand Prix 2. You can see it over here, Grand Prix 2. I have played it a lot when it came out in the year 1995. And of course, this simulated the 1994 season. And it was such a blast back in the day. I think in some aspects it's still the best racing sim out there still today, and I'm glad that I have figured out how to make it work in Windows 10 on my PC. This is not an emulation in terms of the software that I have running here. It's my original software that I have copied from my CD-ROM of the year 1995 onto my hard disk of my PC, and I am running it via DOSBox, the ECE version, because the ECE version brings the real speed of the game on screen of my modern PC. If you choose to run it with the normal DOS box, you will get a too fast gameplay. But here we have the right DOS box version to make it run exactly like it is running originally. What we were gonna do today is we will pick a driver to run with, and as back in the day I was a great fan of Damon Hill, let's pick him for today's session. Michael Schumacher is set up as a default driver when beginning the game or the sim, but we can change our driver and we will change it to Damon Hill as I said it. Let's then get to do a test ride, and jumping to Monaco we can see really the difference from 25 years from now, how it was comparing it to today's layout. So let's get to Monaco. We are now sitting in the car. We have chosen, of course, all the graphics details to on. In cockpit, you just have to press Alt plus D and you can change the amount of details that you will get on screen. And it's also symbolized in the cockpit here how many details you have running. You can see those lights bars there on the left side of the car. So we will ride on the maximum settings, but now let's move a little bit around Monaco of the year 1994 with the Williams of Damon Hill. And before I forgot this, I will run not with the keyboard and either with the wheel, because with my modern Fanatec wheel I have not been able to figure out how to make it run with this sim. Instead, we will drive with a flight stick. You won't believe it, it's the same flight stick that I used back in the days when I played this game on the 1995 PC that I had. Of course, I have to connect my old school flight simulator stick via USB, but you can't do this natively because the connection port is an old school one, so I have to do it with an USB adapter. So, but now I think I have introduced it quite a bit, so now let's leave here the garage place. First gear, running on to the pit lane. You can see already here Monaco was a really different thing. We have less buildings compared to today's. Looking as we are going up the hill here through Pont Rivage into this left-hander Limousine Casino corner here to the right, down the hill towards Mirabeau Haute, towards the hairpin here. I have no setup changes made as we are going through Le Portier, and now entering the tunnel. You can see here to the left, you can see out to the sea with a nice view that you still have despite you run through the tunnel. Coming to the Tabak section, enter chicane, left, right, right, left here, up to Antony Noche Raskas. Here we have Raskas. And then into the last corner, which is Antony Noche. And back onto the main straightaway over the line. I'm running really carefully here. Don't want to crash into the barriers of this narrow track, which already was back in the day. But I think the modern one is even more narrow than this here. Coming up through the Mirabeau section. Very, very carefully through the hairpin left-hander, and again back towards the tunnel. Knocking up the front tires here, but you can still have a nice control over the car. And now I crashed really hard into the barrier, but I don't see any kind of damage. And you can see, I think we have no damage. All seems to be good. Let's get back here running. You can see we can even run from the track cam view, steering through Raskas. And this was a feature that I loved back in the day, that you could run, maybe not like this, you could run the car even from the track cam view. And another nice feature was the instant replay, of course, that you had. Let's see this action from the track cam view. Amazing engine sound effects that you can hear. And a nice dust and smoke coming up, and nice details here. Experiencing with this early sim a masterpiece, in my opinion. Still today on the sim racing horizon. I'm so glad that I could make it work here on my PC. Coming back into this side tunnel, which today it's a different story, of course. I don't know if in real life it was like this, that you had really the sight to the sea there, but I think that they have designed the tracks as realistic as possible back in the days. So I think they are quite accurate. So coming up again through Pau Rivage. I have the feeling that driving with this old sim, you have even more impressions. What speed is like than you can get with modern sims. This is really the wondering and impressive experience that you can get here. Very close to the wall there. Coming up the line again. Come on. Still we are leading with the gap. Can we improve our lap time? 120, 121, 122, 124.8, yes. And we locked it up. So let's get another time back to see the action from track cam view with the instant replay, which is such an amazing feature of Grand Prix 2. So this is it, guys, for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. It was our first comeback on Grand Prix 2 after many years, and I'm glad, as I said, to have again this nice experience, remembering my first steps into sim racing coming back to me here with this original software that I'm running on my modern PC. Getting back now into the pit lane. Let's get it back in. And the pit crew is already waiting for us. So this is it, guys. Thank you for watching. We will get back soon with this sim, maybe for a race against the AI, but I have to practice. So till then, stay tuned, stay well, stay safe, and we see us the next time. Bye bye from Rolonso. Ciao.